I wrote my first song. Um, yeah, I want to have kids, but I don't want to have them so late in life that I die before I see them grow up and have kids of their own. My grandfather cried on his deathbed, heartbroken because he wasn't going to be able to see his children grow up and have kids. He actually died of heart complications. I'm not sure if it was because he was heartbroken for not being able to see his kids have kids, or if it was because he was on an anti-heart healthy diet of dairy, meat, sugar, and 3 packs of cigarettes a day. It's really a shame because his kids and their kids turned out alright, but nothing special though. So I want to be there to see my kids grow up and have kids. I want to be there on their graduation days, on their wedding days. I want to be there for when my kid comes home crying because some kid called him a pussy. I wrote this song just in case I die before someone calls my son a pussy. I want him to have something. I want him, to be thinking, I'm thinking about recording it so if I die he can have something from me. So I was recently asked to help with the writing of a musical. I was like, musicals are written? People write musicals? I thought musicals just happen. I saw the movie of the musical Rent. I thought it was a documentary. It felt like real life. I thought it was a documentary about these musicians with AIDS who couldn't pay their rent, so they got all excited about it. Not the AIDS. They got all excited like, we're not going to pay rent! They were out on the balconies, and they were all out on these balconies setting their eviction notices on fire, and they start singing an improvised song. Rent! How are we going to pay rent? I thought that just happened. Somebody wrote that shit? Fascinating. I said to this guy who was producing this musical, so you think I could write a musical? He said, no, I think you're a drug addict. The musical is about drug addicts, so I thought maybe you would have something to help us. I was into it. I was like, oh, yeah, whoa, I have a great idea. I've got an idea for the opening number. There are all these comedians, and they're all drug addicts. They get this eviction notice. We could stage it. We could shoot it like a Zoom meeting, Zoom style. We can see all of them on the screen with their microphones. They're at the club. They aren't telling jokes. They're singing. Drugs! We're not going to pay for drugs! Then they light something on fire. Talk about a killer opening, crushing it right from the start. We're going to open with our closer. That's what we're going to do. They're like, well, what happens from there? Let me think. Where do we go from there? Okay. I think I got it. See, one of the stand-ups had just been released from serving 19 years of prison. 5 years because he stole a loaf of bread for his starving sister and her family, and 14 more years for numerous escape attempts. The producer goes, this sounds familiar. I continue, well, I'm humbled. Yeah, our main character gets swept up in this revolution, because Bernie Sanders has just won the presidency, and that kind of political revolution gets all the young idealists and stand-up comedians on probation revved up. They're out there with barricades. The guy stops me. Okay, that's just Les Mis with comedians. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's not a good idea. I should be going now. I made my last pitch. Hey, do you want to hear my pussy song? The day a bully called me a pussy, I told them, if you are what you eat, then I'm a pussy. If you are what you eat, then you're an asshole. You must eat a lot of assholes. You asshole. You must have a steady diet of assholes, 'cause you're an asshole. That's it. That's my pussy song. So do I got the job? they were like, no, you're getting a restraining order. That's my time, everybody. Good night.